Hello beginner dragons, this is Mr. Van, and today is going to be the 9th video, which means we are getting our new physical and mental goal, and then we are going into our warm-up, and then we are going to go on with our form, which is part B of Dragon Form 2, and then we are going to move on and do some drills to incorporate our physical and mental goal with our form. So first, let's talk about our physical and mental goals. Our physical goal is power, and our mental goal is self-discipline. Self-discipline is our mental goal, which means to do something even if you aren't told to. So if you need to make your own lunch for school, that's your own business. So you have to do it without your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister telling you that you have to make your own lunch. That's your own responsibility, which means you have to do it without being told. So things like making your own lunch, making your bed, cleaning up your toys, turning off the TV when you're going to bed. Things like that. That's your responsibility. You shouldn't be told that you should be making your lunch, or you should clean up your room, or you guys should make your bed. That's your responsibility. You have to know when you have to do that without being told from your parents. Our physical goal is power. Power is how much strength and how much energy you are using to do a goal. So if your goal is to hit something really hard, that means you have to have a lot of power, a lot of energy, a lot of strength to be able to hit something really hard. Same thing with lifting a toy or lifting something heavy. You have to use a lot of power and a lot of energy and a lot of strength to pick up that object and then move it somewhere. That's how you use power. But today we are just going to talk about one specific way to generate power, which is rotation. Rotation is twisting your hips, twisting your body, twisting your arms, twisting whatever to generate that power. So if you want to use the example of hitting something really hard, if you twist your body, like twisting your hips and twisting your wrist and twisting your shoulders and twisting your upper body and your legs and everything to generate that power for that punch, that is going to generate more power and hurt a lot more than if you just punch like this without any rotation whatsoever. So long story short, you guys should be using rotation to generate power and use your strength to your ability. Now that we've talked about our physical and mental goals, we are going to move on to our warm-up, which is going to incorporate a little bit of your form, but you don't know this part of the form yet, so you might just want to think about this as just technique practice, just learning these new techniques, or just remembering it from previous cycles, and then they're also going to incorporate some of our physical and mental goals that you might want to think about in the back of your head, and then we are also going to incorporate some push-ups and sit-ups so that we actually have a warm-up instead of just practicing techniques. So first, we are going to learn the techniques that we are going to be using. So I don't care which hand you're using right now. In the warm-up, you're going to use both, but this one is just going to be a quick review of how to do a back fist and a touchdown or a low block or whatever you want to call it. So first is our back fist. So this back fist is a very simple technique. Most of you guys already know it by now. It's kind of like a pizza kick, but with your hand. So there are 4 parts of this technique, just like a regular kick, and then they're basically the same way as a pizza kick. So your hands are up, just like your feet are on the floor. You are going to point your elbow towards the target. So if my target's that way, I'm going to point my elbow right towards that way, and then I'm going to back fist. Notice that I'm rotating so that I have that extra torque, extra rotation, so that I actually generate more power, and then I'm going to bring it back, still pointing my elbow towards my target, and then bring it back down, just like my kicks. So in a regular kick, it's up, out, back, down. With a back fist, same thing, pointing my elbow up, and then out, and then back, and then bring my elbow back down. It's the same thing with the other side. So if you're thinking of it like a kick, up, out, back, down. Same thing with our back fist, up, out, back, down, all the same thing. Now for our touchdown, our low block, whatever you want to call it, we are going to actually do a little bit something different. So first, we're going to bring it up. So our hands are down right now. After our touchdown, we are going to bring it up, guarding our head, and then we are going to bring it down, and then bring it back up. So if you're in a good guard stance, you are going to try and block your leg. So if someone's trying to kick my leg right here, I'm going to have my hands up, go across my body, then bring it back down, just like that. So this is what it is. So my hands are up, going across my body, twisting for that extra torque, bringing it down so that I'm blocking my leg, and then bringing it back up into my guard stance. So this is what it looks like fast. Same thing with the other side. I'm going into my guard stance, bring it over my body, and then bring it down. So up, down. So make sure that when you do that, you're twisting your hips. So you want to twist away from your body so that your arm gets more rotation and it has this thing called counter torque, which gives it more power and generates more rotation. So make sure you're rotating your hips backwards while you rotate your wrist and your whole arm so that you guys get that extra rotation and that extra power. Also, remember, this is a low block, a touchdown, whatever you want to call it, a down block. You are blocking your leg. So if you're just stopping right here before you even get past your leg, someone's still going to kick you in the back of the leg. So make sure that when you do that touchdown, you go all the way past your leg so that you don't get hit in the back of the leg. You want to go full circle. That generates more rotation because rotation is just a bunch of circles. So you want to make that big circle so that you have that extra rotation for that low block. So this is going to be our warm-up now. So of course we are going to start off with a back fist, so up, out, back, down, and then we are going into our big rotation touchdown, our low block, again going past our leg, and then we are going to do 3 push-ups. So into our push-up position, 1, 2, 3, back up into our guard stance. And then we are going to do 2. So up, out, back, down, going over, down, up, out, back, down, over, down. So that's 2. Now we are going to do 3 more push-ups. So 1, 2, 3, going back up to our feet, and then we are going to keep on counting 3, 4, 5, and then we are going to count backwards. So after 5, we are going to 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Each time in between, we are going to do 3 push-ups. So this is just for one side. So let's just keep on going. So we just finished 2, we are going into 3. So back fist, touchdown, back fist, touchdown, last 1, and then 3 push-ups. 1, 2, 3. Back into our guard stance, back fist, touchdown, back fist, touchdown, back fist, touchdown, and last 1, done. Now, 3 more push-ups. 1, 2, 3, making sure that your back is straight, making sure that you're breathing this whole time. Again, if you're tired, you can take a little break, come back to it. I'm not watching you guys, obviously, but if you get really, really tired, again, hands on your head, you can get a drink, whatever it is, up to you. So one more time, and then we are going to count backwards. So up, out, back, down, over, up, out, back, down, over, 3 more, last 1, and 3 push-ups. 1, 2, 3. Then we are going to do it backwards. So we just did 5, now we are going into 4, 3, then 2, then 1. Making sure that you guys are thinking about your rotation. So making sure that you're rotating your whole body instead of just staying stationary. you're actually rotating your body to get that extra oomph, making sure that you have that extra power in rotation and counter torque. 1, 2, 3. Make sure your back is straight. Also, as you're thinking about power, if you get tired, that is your responsibility, making sure that you have that self-discipline to actually be able to know, I'm really tired. I need a break. Going down to sit down, take a little sip of water, and then realizing, oh, this isn't how it would be at karate. If I was taking a break, I would be out there again right now. So don't just think that this break is just because I can't see. This break is teaching you guys that you have a responsibility and knowing that this break won't always be there for you. At karate, if we were actually in class, I wouldn't be letting you guys have this break. So you have to think, oh, I can have this break now, but if we ever go back, I can't always rely on, oh, I'm really tired, Mr. Van will just give me a break. No, you have to also think that when you get back, you have to be responsible and actually be able to do these kind of workouts without getting a break in between. So I just did my right side, I'm going on to my left side now. So my left side, pretty simple, pretty much the same thing. So I'm going into my guard stance, back fist, touch down, making sure I have that rotation, having that extra power, and now instead of push-ups, I'm actually going to do sit-ups. So again, I'm going to sit down, my legs almost not touching the ground, and my arms are crossed over my body like so, and then crunching up and down. So we're going to do 3 of those. So 1, 2, 3, and then we are going to get back up. Now we are going to 2. So 1, 2. Now 3 crunches. 1, 2, 3. Now 3 of those back fist touchdowns. So 1, 2, 3. Now 3 crunches. 1, 2, 3. Again, if you're tired, hands on your head, and then take a deep breath in, and then a deep breath out. And there we go. Now 3 more crunches. 3. Sit down if you need to. We're almost there. That's 5. So we're almost there. We have 4, then 3, then 2, and then 1, and then we're all done. So back fist, touch down, back fist, touch down, back fist, touch down, back fist, touch down. Okay, we only have 6 more if we're adding it all together. So 3, then 2, then 1. And then obviously we have to do 3 crunches in between each side. So 1, 2, 3. 3 crunches. 1, 2, 3. 2 more. 1, 2, 3 crunches. 2, 3. And last one. And 3 crunches. So that's our warm-up. I hope you guys did it pretty well. Give yourself a pat on the back. That was pretty hard. And I hope you guys had fun. Obviously, if you're tired, get a drink, take a deep breath. That's your responsibility. So you just did your warm-up. You just did your physical and mental goals. Now I'm going to do this part of your form, which is going to be Drug Form 2, Part B, sir. And this is going to be new to you guys. So I'm going to do this to the side so that you can actually see what I'm doing instead of me doing it in one straight line and you can only see the front side of my face and you won't even see the whole body. So to the side, I'm doing this so that you guys can see my whole body as well as what I'm doing on both sides. So I'm going to get into my horse stance, make an X, back fist, make an X, low block. So 2 low blocks blocking both sides of your feet. So making sure that one side you're blocking past your leg, one side you're blocking past your leg, same thing. Making sure that you rotate your wrists and your body so that you get that extra power. Same thing with your back fist. Making sure that you guys have that extra torque, extra rotation so that you generate more power. So make an X, back fist, make an X, hammer fist, low block, whatever you want to call it. Now we are going to do a slide up side kick. So now I'm going to go a little bit this way so that you guys can actually see the slide up side kick. So make an X, back fist, make an X, hammer fist. Now I'm going to take my left foot, which is in the back, I'm going to slide up and do a side kick. So pick it up, rotate, and kick out, back, and down so that I add that extra rotation, generating more power to actually hit the target instead of just touch it really softly. So make sure you have a lot of room so that you guys don't actually kick anything or break anything. Now that you know this form, I'm going to give you a couple drills. I won't be doing them in completion, but I will be explaining them very thoroughly, and then I'm going to also do part of it, not the whole thing. So, first drill, we do it a lot. Do one move at a time. So, get in your horse stance, do that, make an X, go back, horse stance, make an X, back fist, go back, guard stance, make an X, back fist, make an X, go back, etc. So you can do this in multiple ways. You can run to one side of a room, do horse stance, make an X, run to the other side, touch the wall, make an X, back fist, things like that. So you can have a little diversity in this drill, and you can also have diversity in other ways as well. So another way to do it is you can do it one side at a time. So first I want to do this side. So I can do hands up, make an X, but no, with this hand, make an X, making sure I'm in my horse stance, making sure I'm only using this side. So I can focus, okay, I'm building muscle memory. My back fist should always go there, and then I bring it back. Oh, my touchdown has to be past my leg instead of in front of it. So touchdown, same thing with the other side. So you can do horse stance, make an X, back fist, make an X, hammer fist, making sure that my leg is past, my arm is past my leg. So then, once you feel confident with your muscle memory, making sure that you remember wherever your body should go, you can do both hands, both legs, both whatevers. So you can do guard stance, make an X, back fist, are my hands in the right position, make an X, hammer fist, are my hands actually blocking my legs. Again, you can diversify this as well, running across the room. That means I have to only use my right hand running across that room. I can only use my left hand, and then go to the middle, do 5 push-ups, then use both hands, both legs, follow the form, things like that. You can do this in any fashion that you want. And that's going to be it for me for this week, well, this video. I hope you guys did great, and yeah.